Let's see here.
Gamers, let's talk about the Gacha news and let's talk about the future of the Gacha games. What game am I going to be quitting next? Right, guys? Anywho, I want to talk about a few different things. I want to talk about where I'm at with the games. I want to talk about kind of the channel. Because honestly, it's going downhill. Our channel is dying. If we don't do something quick, we will lose our house. Honestly, things are in a bit of a lull.
Shut the fuck up, Kazuha!
Views are down, but I also get it. Gamers, I've been critiquing a lot of these games that I've been playing. I know that I put a
he doesn't even follow Genshin
Why
Impact?
would people watch me play Zenless Zone Zero?
Monster!
Where I've argued like, damn, most of this isn't very fun, and I've complained live on stream. I get it. But I also know that when things are hot and I'm having a really good time, like with Wuthering Waves, things will be okay.
I thought he quit.
Thrive again. But I want to talk about where I'm at with a lot of these games. Honest opinion, really quick thoughts. I want to talk about which games I'm planning on covering, and if I'm going to even be playing some of these like Genshin Impact in the future. But first, this video is sponsored by Cat Fantasy. What's that? Well, let's have a little chat. Have you ever wanted to play a turn-based RPG where all the characters are cats? Well, let's get started with Cat Fantasy. You can swap between the cat models or the actual model-esque beautiful women, and they've got a cool card-based, turn-based combat system. You can interact with your characters or focus on building the ultimate team in Cat Fantasy. I just pulled this SSR unit and she looks insanely powerful! And there's even some skins. Wow, I'd love to pet these cats! And there are some insane benefits for new players. By logging in and playing, you can earn yourself a bunch of free polls and even a free SSR character. If you're interested in trying out a brand new game, then click the link down below and pre-register right now for Cat Fantasy. Thanks again for sponsoring the channel, and let's get back
My question is MTash playing this game?
Number 1, Genshin. If I'm being 100% honest, I wasn't super captivated by the Natlan stuff, but I want to give it a try. I do know, however, that I will most likely not be super engaged. I can tell that it's going to be a lot of exploration. That is going to be the majority of the content, as well as some quests. But that's okay. I wouldn't mind exploring for a little bit and taking a peek at what is coming. But I'm not super invested in the game.
Next
and if I was to play it again,
quitting Genshin
honestly,
Impact
I feel like I would need to impose some challenges or like delete some of my 5-star weapons or something. I don't know what it would be. As for Honkai Star Rail, this is overall my favorite game of the Hoyoverse games so far. At least long term, because of their endgame and the things they've added to the game. I think they have continued to, build on what's already been good, and I think it is a solid game. However, that being said, I did spend money, and it did ruin the game for me.
When the fuck did he spend money on HSR?
And having a Venturine, and having a couple extra 5 stars
I thought he was going free to play,
that I shouldn't have, has killed my enjoyment of the game. Because my brain works like that. The second I spend money, I say in my mind, oh, I'm doing it for the content, but I ruin it. I can't.
I don't think there's something in his mind that goes the second he spends a penny into any game, the game's no longer fun. I think what he probably means is that the second he spends any money on these games, the nature of gacha is, if you pay money, you get a character that will be pretty fucking meta, and then now the difficulty's gone from the game, and now MTash doesn't have fun with the game anymore because it's not challenging or hard, right? Because in gacha games, to a certain extent, you pay to play less. You pay to honestly have less content. You pay to lose, for a lack of a better term, So...
Can't do that.
So, you pay to progress so fast that you run out of content.
How many more videos
and that's probably what he means by he doesn't like
Go
it.
back to Destiny 2.
Not so much that the second he spends a penny, his brain activates a neuron that's like, I am no longer having fun because I have spent money. Like, I don't know if that's true,
that. In any game going forward, if I spend money, it will most likely kill the game for me, and I can't do that. So unless I make a brand new account, which I also don't want to do, okay, I just don't know how I can stay engaged.
Now that happened to me, I spent $100 to Genshin and quit a week later. Same on HSR. Why the fuck would you do that?
Where I think it's a really good game, but I'm not excited to jump back in. I don't want to do the different challenges.
To be fair, I do that too,
like
though. But like those are on Gacha games I already play.
HSR is good. I think I would
used
cover
to
some of the
play.
new characters. However, people did not like my take on Yun Li. I think Yun Li looks so goddamn mid. Her kit looks so mid, and she's so boring to play, in my opinion. But people are not having it. That being said, let's move on to...
Nah. I disagree. I'm not saying this is MTash, but I've noticed a lot of people, specifically with ZZZ as well, right? And partly with Yun Li as well, where they've kind of shit on the character just because they look more like a child or are a child. And it's like I get it if that's, you know, you don't like that aesthetic, but I've seen some people that just shit on a character just for not being an adult, big titty, hot mommy character. It's like, bro, like, first of all, it's only weird if you make it weird. Like, if a character is young, just play them for the character. Like, don't make it weird. But like, people are being like, if I play this, I'll be a pedophile. So I hate Yun Li. If I play Lucy or Piper on Zenless Zone Zero, I'm on a list. So I will never play them. Like, brothers, like, just relax. Like, it's just a fucking video game character. Like, just play the game. Like, and I see so many takes like that now, and it's like so cringe. Like, bro, nobody fucking cares. Just like, sure, if you're sitting there and fucking being like, I'm gonna lick up Lucy's butthole, like, okay, that's weird. Stop that. All right. But if you're just like, oh my god, Lucy's such a good support, I'm gonna play her with the Anomaly Piper team. Okay, like, that's fine. Nobody's fucking weirded out by that. Like, that's all you need to do. But like, people have this weird thing where it's like, if they're within 15 feet of a child character in a gacha game, they might be canceled next week. It's like, no, relax. Okay, just play.
To Zenless Zone Zero. I don't even remember if I
So
spent
you
on this
with
game.
hating Yanqing? I don't hate Yanqing because he's a kid. I hate Yanqing because he's the worst fucking standard 5-star character.
No, I didn't. I haven't spent on this game. No. But my enjoyment of Zenless Zone Zero isn't very high.
That's a valid complaint. -1 fun kit on an ugly character. What? -1 fun kit on an ugly character? I don't want that. Same with you complaining about a good-looking character with a shit boring kit. I mean, I get that. But if your argument was the character's ugly, that's fine. But if your argument is I will not play this character because I look at them and they seem to be under the age of 18, like, that's different. I think me being like, I'm not playing this character because they're ugly is completely different from being like, Scouter, what is their age level? 16. Oh, we're not playing. Like, bro, that's just weird. Like, you can play a character and just like not be weird about it, right?
Some of the new challenges that have come from the
You complain about the lollies added too? For me and ZZZ, my complaint is they can make hotter mommy characters, right? My complaint isn't with the characters that already exist, is that there's a lack of mommy characters. And I get it, we're getting Jane Doe, we just got Zhu Yuan, but like, where's the Caesar? Where's the Lucia? Where's the what? Like, there's just a lot of these other characters I know that are in the horizon that I'm really interested in, and I just wanna, you know, I just want them to come out now. Where's Marina? Fuck off.
show you defense. Hollow Zero, the hardest difficulty possible. Challenge level 11. It was a novel thing.
So,
it was
like,
a
my
fun
issue
thing, but it
isn't
was not
with the
something that's
characters
gonna
that are
keep my
already
attention
out. It's just like, I
long-term.
want more.
And a lot of the
And I
quests
get it.
and
We're
little
only
things in between.
1.1, so it's like,
Zenless
whatever.
Zone Zero,
Or
for
we're not even
me,
1.1 yet.
isn't something that
We're
I want
1.0
to
still.
jump in every day, every week. I'm not really having that much fun with it.
I mean, his take on this isn't terrible, right? As someone who has failed to do the minimum required Hollow Zero for like 2 weeks in a row, bro, like that shit is a slog. I can barely get myself to do that shit. I will say I'm pretty excited to do Shiyu Defense with Qingyi, but like, that's still, Qingyi isn't coming out for like another 10 days or something, 8 days, something like that. So we still got a while till that. But man, I can't wait till the Hollow Zero minimum runs per week goes down to like 1 or 2. I think 4 is a bit much. No? I think 4 is a bit much. I think 1 or 2 is like perfect, you know? 1 would be amazing, but 2 I think it's fine, you know?
If I'm being honest
it's
with you,
5?
Now that I've done some of the hardest stuff, I'm just kind of moving on. I don't think I'll even cover this game, if I'm being 100% honest with you.
Oh my god, he quit.
It's time to just say it. I quit! Now, as for Withering Waves,
That's... I will say, quitting ZZZ is probably... I think it's a L. I think it's a L because I think in terms of like the Hoyo devs, ZZZ is like right up there with HSR for developers, for the dev team that clearly seems like they really care about what the player base says, right? And then are actively making changes. So like if there was any Hoyo game that I would be sticking with, it would be HSR and ZZZ. But he just yapped about going back to Genshin, which I get it. Natlan is hype, you know, and he probably wants to get on the hype train. But like, I don't know. I wouldn't quit ZZZ, man. I would at least stick around to see the new game modes that they're saying that they're adding, right? And see how those feel, right? I wouldn't quit at this point. I feel like quitting right now, especially after the dev note, it's like it's a little premature, you know?
This game I took a massive break on, and part of it is because Zenless Zone Zero is coming out.
Bro, I swear to God, MTash hasn't played Wuwa since Yinlin Banner, by the way.
I felt a little disenfranchised. I felt like, what's the point if I'm going to be switching over to ZZZ? I was wrong. ZZZ was much worse performing than expected. But now,
but like, why do people do that? Like, you didn't have to quit Wuthering Waves because you were gonna play ZZZ. Like, these are gacha games, bro. Like, you can literally just keep logging in and doing your Wuwa stuff.
Now I feel behind in this game. I also made the fatal flaw of, you guessed it, spending money.
Oh, here we go.
If I spend money on these games, it essentially destroys the game for me. I cease to have fun because I feel like I'm cheating. So I'm in a weird spot with these games of
I'm gonna say it again. I think he's in the wrong category, man. 1,000,000%. Like, how can you sit there and be a gacha game creator and have like a mental implosion whenever you spend money? It's almost like the entire game model is built around getting you to spend money. Like, you know, obviously I'm saying free-to-play is great, right? Playing free-to-play is fine. And playing free-to-play will probably extend your enjoyment of content for the longest because it will challenge you, yeah? But to be like, these games are terrible the second I spend money, newsflash, that's literally the goal of the developers, to get you to spend money, you know? You're a biased, dirty whale? How am I... me being a whale, how's that changed the take I just had? Huh? Like, I 100% understand the free-to-play experience because I used to be free-to-play in gacha games as well, right? And it's hard. It's miserable. You really can't rank high. You can't fucking do the latest, you know, meta teams and stuff like that. And you really can't clear all the content that easily. Definitely. You know? But, like, it's just a little goofy. Like... It's like going... What's like a perfect example? Like, does anyone find it ironic that he's like, you know, he feels like spending on gacha games makes the games dog shit, or like he feels like cheating? It just feels silly to say, you know? It's like going to a bar and not liking... Exactly! It's like going to a bar and not liking that they're serving alcohol, you know? Or it's just a little silly, right? And I'm not saying that being F2P is bad, right? In case anyone for some reason thinks that. Being F2P is fine. But to be like, I spent money and now the game is dead to me, is like, that's just a weird take. I know plenty of people who are like just battle pass or, you know, Welkin Andes that enjoy the games just fine, right? Spending money does not kill these games, because there's varying degrees of spending money. Obviously, you're just like ill people like me who spend thousands of dollars, but spending money can be as little as just the daily pass, you know? And that's very, very that's not much, and that's not going to kill the game for you, you know? That's not free to play. Obviously, it's not free to play, but I'm saying, right, I know tons of degrees of money spenders who still enjoy these games perfectly fine. I'm sure there's tons of people here who are just battle pass and, you know, daily pass that probably still can't clear Hologram 6 on Wuthering Waves, you know? And they spent money, but it didn't ruin the game for them, right? Like, I think it's just a weird take to be like, spending money on gacha games kills the fun, you know?
Not feeling super engaged and wanting to play them.
Isn't this the
I can
fourth
cover
game
the
that has been
news,
killed because he
but
has
the
spent
genuine
money?
urge
Considering
to
Gacha
grind
Addict.
is gone. So what the hell am I going to do? I don't have a whole bunch of answers for you, honestly. I am in a bit of a rut. I'm in a downward spiral a little bit. And part of me is hoping for something new to get my attention.
Girls
A new
Frontline
game,
2.
a new thing. But
Unironically, Girls Frontline 2. I say this because I don't think MTash has ever played a game like Girls Frontline 2. I don't think he's ever played Girls Frontline, right? And it's like a completely different type of game from anything else that's out there, right? Tell him to play FGO. Why the fuck would he play FGO, bro? He ain't gonna play FGO. Yeah, so Girls Frontline 2 is like XCOM, and it is very different. Snowbreak is not the fucking same as Girls Frontline 2, bro. They play completely different. Why not just play XCOM? Because he's a gacha creator. Does he look like someone who wants to go and play single-player games? Clearly not, you know?
strategy might end up being making a brand new YouTube channel and covering some other stuff in between while I wait for that thing. And I'll talk about that more near the end of the video, because there is a game that I want to show you, but it wouldn't work on this channel, at least I don't think.
Okay.
Now, of games that
what
I
if he
have
says
played
Girls Frontline 2?
and actually am enjoying, I did a sponsored video for Sword of Convallaria, and I have kept playing. In this video, I don't know what level I ended up getting to in the video, but on my main account, I'm like level 33 on all my characters, which is like pretty far, so I don't know what level I am in here. Might be hard to tell unless I click through here, but I've actually played quite a bit of Sword of Convallaria. But I haven't made any videos, and I don't know why, but the biggest factor is probably because it was released in another region first. So there's DPS breakdowns, kit breakdowns, tier lists for units that are coming 7 months from now, and I hate that. If a game releases in another region and then comes here, I hate that. I actually despise it. I feel like there's no discoverability.
I think he's just... I don't want to say skill issue, because MTash clearly knows what he's doing on YouTube a lot better than I do, right? But, like, maybe a little skill issue, because, like, I feel like if that was true, people who make PGR content for global, people who make Honkai Impact content for global, people who make FGO NA content, they must be getting 0 views, because what's the fucking point? That shit's been out for 2 years or 1 year, you know? That's just not true. Like, there's a lot of content creators who make content for these games that are, you know, years behind the other region, the main region, right? So it's just like, I don't really agree with that. And I also think MTash is just stuck in this, like, mental of he needs to make top 10 things you can do if you just started this game. Oh, top 10 mistakes I made when I start. Like, he's just stuck in this mental state of having to make these type of videos. And I get it. Those type of videos will not work in a game that has already been out for 2 years in another region, right? And he just needs to, like, maybe make a different type of video or stop trying to be like a guide Andy. You know, I feel like MTash has a very funny personality. He should just play off of his personality more, instead of trying to be like a guide, like pseudo guide maker, you know? I feel like that's what his, like, I obviously, you know, what did make him really explode was making, like, very quick and easy to watch, like, information videos, but, like, you know, he definitely doesn't need to keep doing that, in my opinion. He doesn't know the actual mechanics of any of the games he covered, especially Genshin. Maybe I didn't watch enough of his, like, tip videos back in the day to really know, because no offense to MTash, I wasn't going to MTash for info on characters and party team mechanics, but yeah. But I feel like playing off of your personality is probably better for content than like trying to like handicap yourself permanently on like info. I really do think MTash has a funny as fuck personality. But he's like pigeonholing himself
of like cool new things, and I don't want to cover it. So
funny, he is funny. If you don't think he's funny, you just haven't watched enough of his streams. He does some stupid fucking shit.
So the only games right now that are on my radar would be Duet Night Abyss, which for some people might be really cool. Some people might not like it. I don't know what the thoughts are going to be, but it's kind of like an anime Warframe. And after playing the first Descendant, this might slap. It might be a really good game. There might be lots of different builds. It's going to depend on their monetization model, how it all works. But I do see this game being something that I want to try. I just don't know if it'll actually be good, and I don't know when it's even going to drop. Now, Arknight Enfield, this game just recently tweeted out that they're going to be at Gamescom.
Enfield!
And so maybe that's closer than you might
expect. Wait, they're going to Gamescom? Oh shit, new gameplay footage maybe? Changes? Ooh, hold up. Oh.
And so, like all gacha games,
chat, I still assert Girls Frontline 2, or fucking Girls Frontline 2, Arknight Enfield. Girls Frontline 2 as well, though. Great models. The game,
playing the first month or two?
The gameplay, hit or miss, but I love the game models.
Even if this game isn't amazing, I wouldn't mind giving it a try. I'm always looking for that next new thing, that next new game, and that's something that has my attention, because there's already been some betas, and I've seen quite a bit of polish already, so maybe it's closer than
There's been a bit of betas? I thought there was only one.
I am very much in a position where I don't know what gacha game to play, or what game to play on this channel, or what to cover. Now, there's also, Project
Enfield
Mugen.
lost hype? No, I think a lot of Arknights fans are still very hyped. And that's the main audience, right?
Maybe it'd be good. I don't know. I have no idea. It might be amazing. But again, we don't know the official release date. We don't know anything about this. And so, cautiously optimistic. We'll check it out when it drops. But again, don't really know. Now, NTE. Neverness to Everness. I'm going to call you out and say, this is the worst name for a game I may have ever seen. Ever. But it looks interesting. It's kind of like a Grand Theft Auto.
You know what's funny, chat? I say the same thing, but I think partly it might be a smart play, right? Because if you think something is the stupidest thing you've ever heard, doesn't that like stick with you for a while, right? It makes it stick out. If you hear Neverness to Everness, you're like, holy shit, this name's so fucking stupid. So it kind of sticks with you, you know? No, not really. I feel like it makes it a little, I think it makes it stick out a little bit in the bad way, but it sticks out nonetheless,
Anime.
MTash's problem is he keeps looking for the new game that will blow up. He's seeking a game to replicate his Genshin success and also something that keeps his attention, but I truthfully think he doesn't like gachas, but he's looking for something that will get views too. Yeah, Doro, you're right. I will say, MTash is a very mix, I think, of trying to find viewer success, business success, while also finding something that he enjoys a lot. And that's asking for a lot, That's asking for a lot, especially in a category he fucking doesn't like. Like, how do you find success with a game in a category you fucking hate and love the game? That's just really hard. And I'm his friend. I'm not saying that in a hateful way, by the way, but that's my take. Yeah, no, 100%, right? I like MTash, But I will always tell him, brother, you need to stop playing gacha games. Just go play an MMO. I literally keep recommending him to go play Lost Ark. Like, actually, I think if he plays Lost Ark, he would get obsessed. Like, he would love it. He would love the horizontal progression. He would love the progression. He would love everything about it, He probably might not like it too much when he starts honing, but, who the fuck likes honing, right? He doesn't want to play MMOs. And you want to know why? Do you want to hear the honest answer as to why I think he doesn't want to play MMOs? Because it's not going to get him views. Because it's not going to get his YouTube channel rolling. Because his YouTube channel was built off of gachas, you know? And because of that, he has to, you know, that's why he's sticking to the gachas, right? And, I mean, you can say view Andy chat all you want, but he has a fucking family, right? Like, okay. Like, let's just, like, flip it on, let's flip it on its head and be like, okay, my name is Bob. I have 2 kids and a wife and 3 dogs, right? And I have a mortgage I need to pay. I fucking hate my job. Am I just gonna quit my job and try to fucking find like my dream job somewhere, or do I just suck it up and work that job consistently to keep, you know, paying for my 3 kids and my mortgage or 2 kids and my mortgage and my dog and my wife, right? No, most people usually just suck it up and don't take the risk of going, you know, trying something new. Because that's just the reality with life. You don't know if things will work out, right? Imagine starting a family in this economy. That's when you create an OnlyFans account. Okay. Why he keep trying to push his YouTube so much, bro? Gotta put the fries in the bag. What the fuck? You also have a family, and here we are saying I do not have a family. All right. Didn't he already flex he is a multimillionaire? I mean, I don't know about that. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna wallet check someone. I don't fucking know. But
game. I don't fully know why there's combat involved. I don't know how deep the characters are.
But it's not fun to watch someone who is never having fun. It's self-sabotage.
But again,
well, I will say, it is always, as someone who actually kind of likes watching MTash's content here and there is one draw for me. And you want to know what the draw for me to watch MTash's content is? When a new game drops? I get my popcorn. Server drops, like, okay, is he gonna like the game? And that's like that's it, you know. I'm like, oh, is he gonna complain? Is he gonna quit? What's it gonna be this time, right? Like, I'm not being a drama Andy, you know. I'm just saying, it's like, it's one of the things that it's a gimmick I feel like MTash has unironically built for himself after quitting so many games, where it's like, damn, you know, is this gonna be the one? Is this the game that he's gonna love, right? And if he does find it, it's like, let's go, this is it. Or it's like, here we classic, you know, here we go again. I told him he needs to create a new channel to try new things, but also keep his main channel going with what works. It would be a lot more work, but necessary. Yeah, 100%. Which is why he gets views when a new game comes out, but then it drops off hard. Wait, so you think most of MTash's audience does exactly what I do? And just like, just to see whether or not he likes the game? But, you know, maybe that's the formula that works for him. You know, maybe that's the formula. And that's why he's going to continue to try the next game and the next game and the next game and the next game into eternity, right? But who knows?
Any game like this that's looking to be that AA, AAA quality, it's something I want to try and cover. Because I want to get to a million subs eventually. Like, I would like to think that we can hit that, but it does feel like we've kind of stalled out on the channel.
I want to hear what game he's going to talk about. He said there's a game that he thinks wouldn't succeed on his current channel.
The more big games come out, the more problems we have, because some people don't want to leave the game that they like, the good game that they like. It's rough. It's rough. It's really tough. I feel like instead of everyone jumping and joining the new game, there's all this FOMO holding them back.
I think he's going to love PoE 2,
those are the big ones that I got my eyes on. But again, maybe I'll get surprised by something else. I heard there's a game called Girls Frontline 2. I don't know what the first one is.
Not pre-watch, by the way. Hold up. He knows? He's a knower? I literally said he should play Girls Frontline 2.
I have no idea if it'll be good. But again, that one's apparently released in a different region, not here. So
oh, come on, MTash. Who the fuck cares? Nobody can understand Chinese. Just fucking play it. And let's be honest, Girls Frontline 2 is dead as fucking China, okay?
Frustrating to me. I'm feeling lost.
No,
however,
come on.
Next week,
I really think Girls Frontline 2 is such a different gacha game compared to everything else on the market that he might actually enjoy it. And it is strategy, you know? So it would really be enjoyable for him, but I don't know. Like, I actually think, chat, Girls Frontline 2 will make more money on global than on CN. Like, CN is fucking dead, you know?
Patch for Wuthering Waves, and there's a free 5-star character, and I want to check it out, and my guess is that's what we're going to do. We're just going to play that. We're going to play Wuthering Waves, we're going to enjoy that for a while. hopefully make a guide on the new character
up,
and things like
LG.
that. But for me, the one thing that I have my eye on and that I'm really excited
PoE2.
about is actually this game.
PoE2.
Spectre Divide. Now, this game
Okay,
is
this
something
is
that I
Shroud's
would
game.
consider making a brand new
This is
YouTube
Shroud's
channel
game.
for, or posting this on my More MTash channel. This is a shooter game. It's going to be free to play.
No, chat, this is Shroud's game. It's actually a really cool concept. I will say. I watched Shroud's video on it. So, it's 3v3, but each person has 2 characters they control. And at any point, you can move one of your alt character to any point in the map and swap between the 2 characters you control instantaneously. It's really cool. It is a very cool fucking concept. But yeah.
And it's a mixture of Valorant.
I don't know how
but a
successful
shooter
it'll
where
be,
you
but
can
it is
actually
very cool.
strafe out and shoot and not have to kind of like stop and shoot like CSGO or Valorant. I don't like that tac shooter shooting. So this game had my attention. Now you're going to notice this little blue guy right here where my mouse is.
Yeah, that's
that is me.
Yeah.
This is a
And you could
3-on-3
swap.
game mode, but you get 2 different
They announced a
bodies. You
beta
can
on the
place them
13th, by the
ledge,
way?
You could go on A site or B site, and I end up getting shot here and killed. Boom, dead, headshot, 1 banged. And then I take control of my body, and I sneak on.
Like watching Shroud and his team play this was insane. Basically, they would have both. You could basically cover both sites at any point, and then the attacker team pretty much can make a play, and then you start wanting to rotate your character on, the other site over. Nostronova is where it's at. True.
on over here, and I get a crispy little triple kill. I get a little 1.
I don't know anything about
Headshot.
Splitgate,
Boom.
chat.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
Now this game has
Those people,
set spray
okay.
patterns.
I'm sorry. Those people MTash just kill are awful. Like the first guy that died should have just calmed that MTash is sitting up here, and then every peeker should just kill MTash. How the fuck did that happen?
So you have to like learn the spray patterns and things like that. You have different abilities that are on your characters. This is a very cool game, and I see a lot of potential for it. I think that it'll steal market share from Valorant a little bit, or CSGO, because it's...
No, I don't think so. I think that is extremely hopeful thinking. If you guys don't know, chat, Valorant is exploding. Like, it is actually getting to the point where Valorant, I believe, esport-wise, is, especially in China, in Asia, is actually, like, creeping up to League, right? Or if not, like, really reared and ready to, like, surpass League. It's fucking insane, right? Valorant is gigantic and is, like, exploding even more. League is stagnating. League is actually stagnating quite a bit. And from what I've heard, little whispers from like the internals is that, Riot is kind of, or at least like just some rumors, like from friends of friends, like not really like anything concrete. It was like, but I've heard rumors that like Riot is like putting more prio on Valorant, right? Just as their like, main esport product. But
it's kind of got a good mixture of multiple games, and I think they nailed it.
Bro
here.
thinks Tenten works for Riot. Tenten never tells me shit. That guy's the least reliable fucking source for anything. He doesn't tell me anything. Tenten is the last person I ask for anything, brother. That motherfucker literally leaves me on red for weeks sometimes, okay? Literally, I was at Riot HQ like a month or 2 ago, fucking getting a full tour, and I was like, yo, Tenten, I'm here. I'm with... I'm not gonna say who because fucking leaks, but I was with 2 people. And I was like, yo, Tenten, I'm here. Where are you at? He's like, I'm working from home, fob. Oh, mother.
But who knows? You never know when a game's gonna pop off. You never know when a game is gonna flop. I didn't know that Genshin was gonna pop off the way it did. I never know it's gonna be big. Now, there's some other games that I'm interested in covering, but they just don't exist yet.
Girls Frontline 2.
Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm very interested in covering. I did
Really?
Monster Hunter Worlds and loved it, and if this game is cool, I would love to cover it. But it doesn't exist and might not for...
Tenten's an actual Riot employee? Yes, he is. He is. He actually works at Riot, chat. You guys are stupid.
another year. Tom Clancy's Division 3. I covered the first game and the second game, but again, doesn't exist. It might be 2 years away. I've succeeded in Diablo. I've succeeded in all these
Division.
different games. I think I could do anything.
I'm
I
surprised
really
he hasn't
do.
talked about PoE 2.
I know that we'll succeed long term. Path of Exile.
Oh, here.
I love this game. I
I'm-
haven't covered it.
I'm a
With Path of
clairvoyant.
Exile 2, I think I would cover it. I just don't know if I would do it on the main channel. Or if I would make a new channel for it, a completely new channel. I don't know what the hell I am doing right now. I feel like I'm in La La Land a little bit.
Great movie.
But
La La
my
Land.
best guess is we're going to play Wuthering Waves next week. We're going to grind things out. We're going to make some guides. We're going to cover the news on these different games as we can. But I'm really just trying to find that next thing to capture my attention. When something captures my attention...
Why does main channel or other channel matter? A lot of content creators will tell you that focusing on a singular game is the best for growth on a YouTube channel or a singular topic. It's true. It's partly why I think I am probably shooting myself in the foot a little bit, because my approach to my YouTube channel is very much my approach to my Twitch channel, where on Twitch, right, I like playing multiple gacha games. I like, covering most, every single one I like playing, right? And on YouTube, I want to do the same thing where my subscribers, I want the YouTube subscribers to be people who want to consume every gacha game I play, or at least are interested in a couple of them, right? Rather than just one of them. So, but it is shooting myself in the foot because I am doing that, like, the algorithm doesn't really push my content for any specific fucking game, because I'm literally, one day I upload a ZZZ video, next day HSR video, next day Wuthering Waves video, next day Genshin Impact video, and then the next day it's like I don't fucking know. And it's like, what am I even covering, right? I'm covering everything. Now you're doing it right for long term at least. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, right?
When I notice other people are also liking it,
I feel like it worked for me on Twitch, but I don't know YouTube well enough to figure out what's going on over there,
the magic flows. That's when I start making guides. That's where I start thinking, well, what are they getting stuck on? When it feels like a community. I don't feel that right now in a lot of these games. I don't feel that in the viewership of Twitch. No one's watching some of these games and, like, mainstay fans. They play a little woo-wah, do some pulls, and move on. They play a little ZZZ, played for a day, moved on. It doesn't feel like that next game where everyone is playing it collectively is here right now. Even with Wuthering Waves, there's new
But I feel like he can't expect that anymore, no? Right? I feel like you can't expect what happened with Genshin anymore. Because back when Genshin came out, what else were you gonna fucking play? Fate Grand Order? Honkai Impact 3rd? Puzzles and fucking Dragons? Like, it was pretty much Genshin, Now, if you're bored of Genshin, you can hop on Wuthering Waves. If you're bored of Wuthering Waves, you could hop on Honkai Star Rail. If you're bored of Honkai Star Rail, you can hop on ZZZ. If you're bored of ZZZ, you can hop on fucking, Punishing Grey Raven. If you're bored of Punishing Grey Raven, back onto Honkai Impact Nerd. If you're bored of that, hop on, there's a lot of fucking games out there, right? And then we have Arknight's Enfield coming out. We have Azure Promelia coming out. We have Project Mugen sometime in the next century. We have Neverness to Everness coming out. We got we have with Girls Frontline 2, we have every gacha game under the fucking sun coming out. And they are all, not, super niche. A lot of these are going to be very popular. And so, I don't think it's fair to expect there to be another Genshin era. It would have to be, Sword Art Online, virtual reality, fucking augmentation, where we're literally die in game, die IRL type of shit, to be, the next level. It would have to literally be the next level of game for it to be that mainstream, right? At least for gachas, right? Who should I take with the number 1 pick in my fantasy football draft? Your mother. Is Project Mugen still a thing? Yes. It still is a thing, but
patches, new stuff, but it feels fragmented. And I will know it when I feel it. I will know it when I play it, and I'm going to be trying different things.
How about you finish your fucking Elden Ring run, Memtash? This motherfucker started an Elden Ring run and has been fucking stalling it for an eon. My god. I actually liked watching his Elden Ring run. Because, I like watching other people's builds. But bro hasn't fucking finished it. He hasn't even gotten to the DLC.
I don't think that it is healthy to play the same game that you're despising and bored of.
Fair.
And I think there's a lot of FOMO tactics in these games to keep you playing.
No! Go walk into a bar and get surprise face and that everybody's drinking alcohol and they want you to buy alcohol. Alright, come on, Evtash. Like, you're playing gacha games. FOMO is literally the middle name, you know?
Playing. Because if you take 3 weeks off, you lose out on that light cone that is still best in slot for all Nihility characters. If you don't play, you miss that constellation for that character, or that free character, or whatever it might be. And I'm getting sick of it. I want to play a game because I want to play a game. Not because I'm going to miss.
Alright, boot up MMOs. I'm telling you, Mtash, you just have to play an MMO. You just have to just play an MMO. I'm telling you. Whether it's WoW, Final Fantasy, Black Desert Online, Lost Ark, Maple Story, you know. Hell, you could just play Path of Exile. There ain't no FOMO in Path of Exile, right? Like, you know, this is fine. There's no FOMO in MMOs. FOMO in MMOs, they're much far and wide between, right? Whether it's class updates or big raid updates, they're pretty long. FOMO patches are pretty far from each other, you know? Mtash the type of guy to have a garage sale and actually expect people to buy something. Bro, if he plays an MMO, he'll legit die. No, he won't. Be like Code and become one with Final Fantasy 14. I can't, man. I can't. I don't know how Code plays that. I mean, no, I get it, right? I get it, but I can't do that. I have a girlfriend, you know? Trust me, chat. I would love to degen a game, especially an MMO, 24/7. But
You can.
oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pack my bag.
Oh yeah, she said I can, but she's gonna pack her bag, so I can't. Anyways, why do you want him to ruin his life? Playing MMOs. He has a family. He has to touch grass. I think there's a fair work balance with MMOs if you aren't like me. I have a very addictive nature, and I get super addicted. I think Mtash, because I could see him quit games so easily, he definitely can play MMOs and, like, be hands-off, right? He also has a son, right? And he has multiple kids, right? I feel like he's in a spot in his life where if he needs to stop playing a game, he's gonna stop playing a game, right? He's not like me where, you know, back when I was playing Lost Ark, I would boot up Lost Ark, be playing since the morning. It's like stream time. It's like, oh, I got to stream, babe. And Lily would be like, okay. I haven't even seen her since last night. Start streaming, you know, end stream. It's like, oh, baby, you want to eat dinner? It's like, I already ate. Okay, I'm just going to eat dinner by myself. While I'm playing Lost Ark, I'm eating dinner. And then it's like, Lily's like 4 a.m. It's like, babe, I'm going to go to bed. Are you sleeping? It's like, oh, yeah, in a little bit. I'm doing something. And I'm just farming more Lost Ark. About 9, 10 a.m., I go to bed, wake up, like, and then like 2-3 hours, you know, play a little bit more Lost Ark, and then stream time again. Like, you know, I have an issue. But Mtash, I think, won't have that issue. I think Mtash is someone who is, you know, who won't get addicted like that, who, you know, is responsible, and surely he'll, you know, do the right balance.
Miss out on experience and pulls. And that progression loop.
Is Lost Ark worth playing? I think Lost Ark, for me, is probably the best MMO that has released in the last, like, 5-6 years. Easily. I think it is. 100%. Now, do I think there are other games that are less FOMO-y or less like fuck you in the ass with gear upgrades? Yeah, I think so. I think if there was a MMO that I would recommend generally for everybody, it would probably be Final Fantasy 14. Or Black Desert. Between those two games, but Black Desert requires a lot more fucking no-lifing. But yeah, generally I would probably recommend FF14 for, like, you know, if you want to just be a normal functioning human being. Yeah. Lost Ark, it's like, honing, here we go, fail, ooh, and then, you know, Amazon hits you with that, ooh, you can top up and buy some gold, and you're like, maybe once, you know, and then you buy some gold, and then it's like, shit. I want to get into an MMO for my off time. Oh, okay. If you want to get into an MMO for your off time, that'll last you at least a month or two, before you really feel like you got nothing to do. Maple Story. Real and true. Maple Story. And I know a lot of content creators that play Maple Story off to the side. And you will probably, chat, don't say ill. Don't say ill. I really think MapleStory is a great MMO to just play on the side very casually. It really is. It really is, you know? And if you do want some harder content, if you want some challenging stuff, you can actually, you know, you can actually play like some of the harder raids and stuff. Or boss fights. Worse take than sticks? Don't you ever say that. MMO Bite, that's some awful MMO takes. Get the fuck away from Nexon. Okay, obviously Nexon is shit, but like MMO I think is a great game. Or I think MapleStory is a great game to play on the side, right? That doesn't take like crazy dedication. Like you literally hop on, you'd be like, okay, let me pop my like 30 minutes of EXP buff, you know, jump over to my farming spot, farm a little bit. Okay, you know, that's enough for today. I hop off, you know. That's that could be your entire day of Maple,
to this
right?
video,
Anyways,
of the gacha games, but there's also a few that have piqued my interest and I want to at least check them out. But I got my eyes peeled. I want to find something that I can really sink my teeth into. I just don't know when.
MapleStory is a great game if you want to hurt your eyes.
When will I find another game?
I don't think so. I really think he should try Girls Frontline too. I really think he should, you know? If you want to start an MMO, start Lost Ark during the Makoko event so you can get gate kept on everything and kills motivation to play. Is it MapleStory the game that you pay $200 for some pet? Yeah. And fuck you. Comment it. Play Girls Frontline 2. It's probably the most unique gacha game you will have played. XCOM with anime girls with guns. Also, who the fuck cares if it came out in CN? Most CN players are incels and most CN Girls Frontline 2 low-key dead. Global will carry. Real. There we go. True and real. How can you recommend MapleStory when you got sued for fake loot boxes for when they got sued for fake loot boxes for non-existent upgrades? Surely they aren't any other scummy shit they've done. Great recommendation. Sams, see, you saying that just shows me what a fucking headline reader dumb fuck you are. Because if you actually played MapleStory, you would understand that didn't affect every fucking server. You would understand that only affected one type of server that MapleStory carries. You stupid fucking headline reader, right? If you played on like Reboot, that doesn't fucking affect you at all. Literally, it's made up shit. Like it's sure it's Nexon, and I would not be surprised if Nexon does some other cringe shit. 100%. I'm not defending Nexon. They're fucking stupid, right? You guys know my takes. Some of my least favorite companies are Nexon, NCSoft. Is it NCSoft or it might be NCSoft? Not NCSoft. Fucking what's the company behind Project Mugen? Netmarble is there. And not NCSoft. I'm thinking of NetEase. Yeah, NetEase, Netmarble, and Nexon are some of like the scummiest for like their monetization practices and stuff, right? But I really don't think, if I recall, the whole cube thing did not affect anybody on Reboot. It was only people on retail, right? And I never recommend people to play on retail. Retail is a very pay-to-win fucking server to begin with, right? It is a very pay-to-win server. I always recommend people to play on Reboot, right?